Okay, I thought I would do a quick video. Recent purchase, something I've wanted to own for many years and always admired. And I thought I'd give you kind of a looking inside of a Noble M12. This one is a GTO3, 2003, very early 2003. And around 2003 they changed them to GTO3Rs, which had different lights on the front, a 6-speed gearbox. But this one actually has been upgraded to a 6-speed anyway. But I will just talk you through some of this here. In the front, obviously this is what they call mid-engined, although the engine's in the rear. It's a 3-litre twin-turbo Ford unit. And in the front here, there's a huge radiator with twin fans, which has been upgraded because they do get very, very hot. It's got refurbished M400 suspension on here. Very hard to actually find a Noble with original suspension because I mean, this is nearly 18 years old, this car. They do wear out, and the standard swap out part is for the later types, which is what's happened here. I believe it was done at Noble as well. So Noble are hand built, very, very limited run of production on these cars. Noble don't actually exist in the UK anymore. Built in Leicestershire by and designed and built by Lee Noble, who has built a few different models. The latest one now is the M600, which again is produced not in the UK, it's now in the States. And anyway, so this is the engine. That unfortunately, I think the car is a beautiful car, and I will do a video of the outside of it so you can see. It's dark now and it's a bit cold and wet outside, so I will do another video on the inside. But the engine was the only part that I think doesn't really look very pretty at all. It almost looks like it's just been shoehorned in. It's very untidy, but however, it still functions perfectly well for what it does. So there's a turbo down the back here, and a turbo on the front there. I say front and back, but it's whichever way round you want to call it, front, back, whatever. V6, 3-litre, 6-speed gearbox, produces 350-ish brake horsepower as standard. Don't think there's been anything to upgrade this one at all. Actually, that's a lie, there is. This one, I went through the receipts, has had the turbos rebuilt and upgraded to rollable bearing, which is a standard upgrade, I believe. So shouldn't really make much difference to the performance. They might spool up a bit quicker, but ultimately it just means they last a bit longer. These are fiberglass bodied and space framed, so very, very light. It's under a ton. So obviously very quick indeed. I think 0 to 60 is roughly around 3.5 to 3.7, although honestly on the road it would be slightly different. Where you really notice the power is when you're rolling already at around 40 mile an hour and it comes on to boost, then you really notice it. But yeah, we have your exhaust system sat under there, and the turbo is just there. It's really hard to see in this video, but there's that little turbo. Alright. Oh, right there. Apologise. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you a quick look at the engine. Like I say, this one is standard. It has got the 6-speed gearbox, which on a GTO3 I think is an upgrade. And that was done very early on in its life. In fact, I think that was also done at Noble as well. This one's definitely been restored. There's no way the paintwork should be this good. But a quick look inside. Very, very basic interior. Very, very basic. 2 bucket seats. You can see there's even the frame, the space frame, travels through the cockpit there. So this get you as low to the ground as possible. I think I measured this when I first got it because I thought it was very, very low. It's 44 inches high, I think, so it's really, really low to the ground. But yeah, it's this one's done 43,500 miles, I think. But yeah, very very basic. One thing I do really like is the headlining though. The Alcantara headlining, and it's got a built-in roll cage. You know, this is part of the frame effectively, which again is trimmed in Alcantara, which is very, very nice. 18-inch wheels, 265s on the back, 225s I think on the front, which I will show you. You can kind of, I think these, yeah, these are, yeah, 225, 40/18s. You can see that the whole car's designed to basically be a road-going track car. Very hard to change gear in these as well. The gear linkage was never a great thing. Actually, that's another modification I think, which is a standard thing, is to have an M400 gear linkage put in. And this has also got the catch can, oil vapor catch can, which normally vents into the air intake. However, when they clog up, which they can do, they end up putting oil straight into the air intake, which is something that I had on this one. And it makes you think that you've blown a turbo, but in actual fact it's not. So I had to take all the hoses off and clean them all out, and clean out the intercooler as well. But there we are. Anyway, I will do another video later on. Please comment, like, subscribe if you want to do that.